Hello, Long Beach Unified community. Because this is my first community message in 2021, I first want to wish you a happy and healthy new year. We've entered 2021 during a very difficult time. COVID cases are at an all-time high. Our healthcare system is operating beyond capacity at an emergency level, and there is virtually no one among us who has not experienced the hardship of COVID. Honestly, my heart breaks as I continue to observe the suffering in our community. And in this moment, I also have hope. Today, I will share a few updates and provide you with some information about what is on the horizon in the Long Beach Unified School District. It was nice that most of our teachers, support staff, and leaders had the opportunity to experience a winter recess. However, as we all continue to work through this pandemic, I am highly aware of the exhaustion that is set in for our staff. I've appreciated the way I have observed members of the community attempting to encourage educators who continue to show up for students and families, even as they navigate their own pandemic life experiences. I've observed acts of kindness sponsored by parent-teacher associations, anonymous gifts delivered to schools, video tributes to school staffs, and a number of individual acts of appreciation. Thank you to each and every one of you who has uplifted an educator in LBUSD over the past 7 months. These efforts make a difference. On December 30th, the California governor announced a new Safe Schools for All plan that adds to our existing mechanisms for safely reopening for in-person instruction for elementary students. Because we've been preparing to reopen for in-person instruction for months, we've already addressed a number of the components of the plan. But we are now exploring school-based COVID testing for adults and students, which is a requirement of that plan. In an effort to advocate for the needs of LBUSD, I have participated with superintendents from the largest California districts in sharing our challenges with the state. In addition to this advocacy, we continue to meet with local health officials and our Teachers Association to determine the most viable ways to return students to in-person learning. As part of our planning, along with this community message, this week all elementary parents and guardians are receiving information about a survey regarding their interest in having their child return to school for in-person instruction, when it is allowable to do so. This survey data is very important to us so that we can plan for the days ahead and specifically for how many elementary students might return to in-person instruction this year. A major support to returning to in-person instruction is the COVID vaccine. As you likely have read, educators across the nation have been prioritized for receipt of the vaccine. Starting as soon as January 25th, our employees and other educators will be able to receive the first dose of the Moderna vaccine here in Long Beach. And about 1 month later, the second dose of the vaccine will be provided for educators. We are grateful for our partnership with the City of Long Beach that allows us to collaboratively develop and activate these plans as quickly as possible. In addition to supporting distance learning, a team is hard at work preparing for social emotional supports and academic intervention services that will be offered to students in the spring and summer of this year and into the months of fall. We know that students will need all different types of support in the days ahead, and we're working to be prepared for the next phase of offering that support. As we have witnessed again and again over the past year, there are no easy solutions to the challenges that we face in this pandemic. My greatest hope is that we will continue to uplift the sense of community that exists here in Long Beach, and that the difficulty of this time will become the impetus for us to come together more and more in our community. I will see you in 2 weeks with the next update, unless there is critical information to share before then. Please take good care of yourselves and your families.